Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Wiggensbog. I hope you're all doing well. I want to start this channel since I just got a PC, and what a better time to play games than now. Also, I want to share my thoughts on some games that I've been really hyped to play, so I'm going to dive right into today's topic. Is it worth getting started with Battlefront 2 in 2020? Now, there was a lot of hype early on, followed by some disappointment. But where has this game been? Has it improved? And where are we with it now? To give some quick context, this was made back in November of 2017. The developer is EA and DICE, and they seem to have a pretty active developer base and a solid official forum. They post between 3 to 5 times each month, and they've learned to adapt to their fan base and add some content that's been asked for over time. There is a really big update that was supposed to come out this week, but due to the world events, it has been pushed back. Now again, as you might be aware, this game didn't start off very well. There were insane paywalls and microtransactions and content like that, and it really choked the player base out of what they were looking for in this kind of game. In my experience playing this now, it has since eased up. Everything is available once you buy the game, and you have all the heroes, and all you have to do is progress through to level up. You can get skins, cosmetics, and abilities, and level up that way too. It's a pretty standard game that way, and luckily there's some really cool game modes they've added over time, mainly Supremacy. It seems to be their newest one, which is sort of back and forth, long battles, getting into the fight, getting dirty, and just owning your enemy. There's also a cool game mode called Blast. It's close quarters, really intense, and has fewer players each lobby. Also, there's the classic Heroes versus Villains, and they've introduced a duel mechanic, which is 2v2, heroes battling it out to see who's the best. And of course, my favorite, the Ewok Hunt. It's essentially an infection type game mode where you start as either one of 2 Ewoks or one of 15 or so stormtroopers. And if you start as a stormtrooper, it's essentially a horror movie and you got to make it out alive. So that's pretty great. Now there are a couple of categories I want to go over. The first is progression. How is the progression in this game? Well, as per other games, it's done through grinding it out in multiplayer battles and leveling up your abilities. You have to level up each class of soldier and each hero to upgrade star cards, which enhance the abilities of each respective character. The actual level up system is not very different from other games either. Simply, the more you play, the more experience you get. Even if you're new to first or third person shooters, you'll still get rewarded for running and gunning around the battlefield. So it really adheres to that sort of casual player base. And that play style seems to be very welcome in most game modes. Also, as a casual player, you can continue to run around and just look at all the great landscapes and backgrounds in each map. That being said, the better you are, the faster you gain XP, so there really is a good incentive to be competitive if you want to. Again, if you're starting out, it can be a bit daunting because everybody seems to be, level 60, level 87, level 43, and you're just level 1. With no star cards, no abilities, and they are sniping you across the map with, an SMG. How do they do that? But with all of that considered, you can somewhat quickly level up, whether you're playing casually or a little bit more competitively, because each star card you get and you unlock at level 2, 4, 5, and you get to upgrade at those levels. Each card gives you a decent amount of power, so you can become competitive in that scene pretty quickly. So as long as you get the card, as long as you upgrade it, you can sort of duke it out if you add a little bit of finesse to it. So with that, adding some repetition can really go a long way. The next topic is the difficulty. As I sort of mentioned just before, starting out can be a little bit daunting because it can be very frustrating. You might be dying a lot, as you might see in these clips in the background. But and you don't have any upgrades whatsoever. But again, the progression system is really lenient in a way, especially in the early game, and you could spend time focusing on a certain hero or class, and then you'll work your way up relatively quickly, and you'll be really advanced in that class. So then you are the owning everybody from across the map. That being said, if you do focus completely on one class and one hero, when you switch, to try to grind something, another class, it can feel like you're essentially starting over, which can be good and bad. If you look at it with a good way, then it gives you a lot of replayability, but from the bad way, it feels like potentially your progress you've done for the past, day, month, week, year, however much, that progress hasn't really gotten you anywhere. So that's something to consider, how, depending on your play style, a little more casual, this could potentially be somewhat frustrating in the early stages. Now, the next topic is the community. I am a really big Star Wars fan. I have been for a long time. And whenever you get a group of passionate people together, they can really take a game or an experience to the next level. Any on Reddit or on the forums, there's a lot of discussion, a lot of passion, like I said, passion in what the player base wants for content, so they can experience, the things they love, the things they cherish, from their childhood, and play that on screen and just revel in that experience. Now, in conjunction with that, there's a really great modding community. So especially on the PC, mods can really elevate this game to a new level. For instance, one of my favorite characters, or my favorite era, is the Old Republic era, and there's a mod for Darth Vader to be Darth Malgus. And I popped that, downloaded that mod, and I was convinced I was playing Darth Malgus, and it was the most riveting experience I've had in a long time with a game, and that was really cool. And there's a modding Discord, and everyone's just working together, trying to bring out their favorite moments or characters in the Star Wars universe. So it's really great to see that. And just overall the discussions people have, and the lore questions, and also some of the more silly things, and of course the memes. So that wraps up my my quick diagnosis of this game. I downloaded it. I've played it once or twice before, but I really started working on it and grinding it out and playing it recently, and I give it 2 thumbs up. It's fun. It's fast if you want it to be, or you can do long grind sessions if you have the means. Give it a shot in 2020. There's a new update coming out next month, so you'll get some new exciting content from Rogue One. I believe they're bringing out Scarif. Hop on Discord. There's always people willing and able to hop on a game with you, and get on comms and kind of play like the good old days, and really just have fun with it. I want to thank you all for watching. It's been a pleasure on my end. I hope it has been on your end. Be sure to like, share, subscribe if you want. If not, totally cool too. But I will be pumping out content for you guys. If you are interested, let me know what your thoughts are if you downloaded this game. And if you agree or disagree, let me know. I'd love to hear it. But I will see you guys next time.